Wow. No idea what happened.
Remix.
But we fixed it. Welcome to the show, the remix version.
Candid Athletic Training.
Candid Athletic Training.
Do you know what episode this is?
189.
That's so much fun.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, hi. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
What are you going to do when Candid Athletic Training celebrates its 1000th episode? Do you think we'll be live from our island, personal island?
It's 811 episodes away.
It's good math right there.
If we continue at the current trajectory.
How many years?
16 years.
16
years. We'll kick it up here.
Do you think you'd remember much about your baseball days 16 years from now?
No, we'll have to go back to the traditional setting.
We'll have to sneak into some traditional settings just to catch some topics. Actually, that'd be really fun.
This is going to be someone else's show by then. We'll just say
quite
that.
Possibly.
We'll just oversee it. We'll run the behind the scenes.
We're taking auditions soon.
Thanks to all the people who are on the live stream for jumping in. Thanks.
Hi, live streamers.
It's good to see y'all.
You are our lifeblood.
The blood of the life.
We love you too. You know, actually, it sounds fun. I would love to go just hang out in an athletic training room, but not do any work.
Just observe.
Just observe, hang out, shoot the shit. That'd be a lot of fun.
Ed said traditional ATs will be bitching about the same shit in 16 years. Not if we have anything to say about it, because we're just going to advocate until we make things happen.
16 years from now, what's the profession going to look like?
Damn.
Ready,
I will be
go.
61.
You're going to be 61 years old.
And you'll be
53.
Oh my God.
53. With a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
You'll be 61 with a
18-year-old.
Ooh, that's a weird thing. 16 and 18.
All right, let's try these.
Running the streets, yeah.
Sweet Tarts.
All right.
Chewy. What is this? Chewy Fusions?
Chewy Fusions.
Since Sour Patch Kids won't give us a damn sponsorship, we're going to try Sweet Tarts tonight.
All right.
Oh,
was it crunchy, huh?
There's 3 parts to this. It advertises.
Do you have to suck on it?
No. Candy shell.
Oh, okay.
Crunchy bits. Soft, chewy center. What's a bit? Crunchy bits. When you hear the word bits, what do you think? Kibbles and bits?
Yeah.
Bits.
I think of
bits. Kind of got like
itsy bitsy spider.
You want to see my bits?
Bitch.
Kind of thinks I go dirty. Is that like little gummy pieces?
No, I think they're little, like, sugary, crunchy bits.
So you have to FMK the candy shell, the bits, and the chewy center. What do you
FMK candy shell, bits, chewy center.
The people that are not on the live stream who are just listening to us are like, what the fuck is going on?
Just listening to me chew.
He's Kevin. I'm Chad.
Oh, hi.
We talk about food. We talk about athletic training. We have a fun show tonight.
That one was a little sour.
You know what? Let's thank Healthy Roster.
Thank you, Healthy Roster.
Official show sponsor. We start every show with them because they're the best.
They are the best.
Check them out at healthyroster.com. We need to reach out to Dan and have him on. Also, thank you to Smart Tools. We are very close to having somebody from Smart Tools come on and talk about what they have to offer and why you should check them out. And also, they're putting together a continuing education course for us. So
yeah,
that everybody should get, as far as I know, until they... Never mind. We're good. And then lastly, thank you to Human Kinetics. Kevin and I are going to pick another winner tonight. So Human Kinetics, check them out. You can get 20% off any CEU course that they have by using the code CANDIDCEU.
That's a good code.
Super easy to do.
It's a great code.
So
you got to F with the Chewy, huh?
Yeah. What do you got here?
Got to F Chewy.
You got to F the Chewy?
Yeah. Marry those bits inside. I'm going to kill the outer shell.
I kind of agree.
Okay.
100%. Chewy. I might marry the Chewy. F the bits. I think I'll do that. So
nice. These aren't bad.
You know what? No, I could get down on them. I could go down on them. You know what I could go down on? I had some friends that used to say that all the time. You know what I could go down on? And I was like, oh, Jesus. That was like their kind of little fun. It was like a couple that was dating, and that was kind of like their fun way of saying, you know what I'm interested in.
Oh, really?
You know what I could go down on? And they just said it because they knew everyone was thinking dirty.
It's good friends.
I don't really have much on the intro other than, damn, Tua.
Tua. Can you say his last name for me?
Tua Fest. No.
Me neither. Every time I try, I mess it up.
Tungalavova.
Tua Golova.
Incredible.
I mean, I only saw the GIF or whatever. I mean, the short little clip.
The clip.
I didn't see the actual play.
I didn't see the hit.
I didn't see.
I just saw him trying to get up, scrape himself off the ground, and wobble.
And then they said it was his back loosened up on him, and that he was wobbly because his back loosened up on him.
Hey, they got a medical staff. I guess you got to believe in the medical staff. I'm not going to second guess anybody because I would hate it if they second guessed me.
My first thought,
until more information comes out,
of course. But my first thought is if his back loosened up on him and it gave out, I'm worried. I'm not worried about the nerves in his head. I'm worried about the nerves in his back. Get him off the field, folks. Did he come off the field? Does anybody know? Did he come off the field, or did they just keep him in there? That's it. That's your franchise. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. You have to evaluate that just a little bit.
Well, like I said, I trust the medical staff that was there.
So do I. But
so
I'm saying I trust you more if you pull him off just for a second.
Dylan's mad that we're armchairing. Apparently. Armchair ATs.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. I want to know. I just want to be a fly in the room.
If I could get armchaired, why can't I armchair?
That's why we need a more inclusive show, a more in-depth, where we can get behind the scenes stuff and we can talk about stuff. Be able to like show clips and videos, and we can talk about what we're seeing and what we're believing versus what's reality. That's the whole goal of what we're trying to do here.
The other side of that, though, is if we're seeing it, everybody else is seeing it. A lot of talk on concussions over the last, decade.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need more questionable just to bring awareness.
But at the same time, it's like you don't want people questioning the medical staff. And so I think as medical professionals, talking to other medical professionals, we just say, hey, what's going on here?
What's going on? Like Marvin Gaye.
What's going on?
Damn, he is on the Mount Rushmore singers.
I hope so.
He's on my Mount Rushmore of best singers of all time.
Well, good.
He's probably number.
Hey, whoa!
Two.
There's not. You don't.
You don't rank the Mount Rushmore. You just put them in there. They're included.
Just in there. Just in there. Oh.
All right.
What do you think? Got anything else to intro with? Got anything else we need to tell the young peoples?
No, I think just a reminder that we are giving away CEUs courtesy of Human Kinetics. You have to be a member of the show. We're giving away 12 sets of 4. We're giving away 12 courses. Each course is worth 4 CEUs. That's the more appropriate way of saying. So yeah, get yourself a membership. Coming down the pipeline, everyone's going to get CEUs for being members of the show. Starting with this opportunity to get one of these courses. Colleen Early won one 2 weeks ago, and we're going to give away another one
Colleen.
this week. We'll draw one after the show, and we'll announce that on social media, Candid_ATC. So I think we talk about the membership enough. You should know why you should get one. So you want to just get into the show? It's a fun one. I'm kind of excited for it.
Let's do this.
Ready?
It did it again.
All right, Kevin, what do you want to start with?
Well, I think we should go right into the fat. I've been excited about it all day.
Have you? Are you? You've been thinking about it? All right. We're going to do our fictional athletic trainer if you're new to the program. This guy right here. Oh, this guy right here. I would be lost as like a weather person.
Yes.
Like the green screen thing.
We have a nice cold front coming in right
in the Midwest.
Over
here. Yeah. Oh God. Could you imagine if I was trying to do that in Florida right now?
Could you imagine? Are you colorblind too?
No.
Oh, okay. You just can't smell.
Just no sense of smell. Yeah. So we put this up on social media. We want to do the Incredible Hulk, who we've never done in 3 years. He's the only Avenger we've never fatted.
It's gonna rain. I don't know if anybody knows that reference.
No.
Yeah. Hulk. She-Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk versus She-Hulk, because that's like current and new out.
It is.
And I think it's kind of like been the breaking point for a lot of Marvel people to just say enough is enough. It's just like way too much. Have you watched any of the She-Hulk?
I watched 3 episodes today.
What are your thoughts so far?
I mean, I get where people are saying, like, what's the direction we're going here? Are we turning into just kind of satire comedy style? Is it all going to be really soft?
Softcore.
Is it all going to be breaking the fourth wall? I mean, where are we going here? You know my opinion. I think Endgame, they should have just taken a break. Just stop making Marvel movies for just a second. A second.
Always keep them wanting more.
Yeah. And a lot of things seem forced. Seem very forced.
The only thing I don't like about She-Hulk really is I don't feel like there's no villain. There's no like, oh my God, this is the big bad. There's no like
so far, right?
Like it's just the villain it's just like a 8-episode origin story, and there's like nothing to like draw like who she's just I don't know.
The villain is that she's the Hulk and she has to figure out how to be a Hulk.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it on the show, like movies, like comic book and superhero stories are made by good villains. Because then you root for the superhero to beat the villain. So I know, well, we put it up on social media. Incredible Hulk versus She-Hulk.
Yep.
I know the low-hanging fruit is to say Incredible Hulk is a rage monster and She-Hulk can control herself, so she's going to be better. And I know at least one
Are we going
person.
Smart Hulk?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Professor Hulk learned to control it. He put it all together, so I think that kind of throws the argument out the window a little bit. Professor Hulk can control his emotions.
That he can.
So maybe originally he sucked as an athletic trainer, but now you can learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
What do you got so far?
For my opinion?
Yeah.
Well, let me preface. I don't dislike the show, but there's nothing making me like, oh, I can't wait to see what the next show says.
I kind of like that it's lighthearted and fun.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
As just a show.
Correct.
I don't necessarily feel like I'm getting the next piece of the Marvel universe, which everything else, that's what it did for you, right? Well, not everything else. Some things did, but that's what the movies did, right? They added layers to things.
Yeah, it's
so
like
far
a puzzle.
What I'm watching, this is not adding anything other than, hey, we can fill a gap on an app and,
we need something on Wednesdays,
right? I think she's fantastic. I think she's
the actress
funny.
or the character.
the actress, I think. I don't know. So far, like, I don't know if it's necessarily the writing or if it's like her personality, but I think she is funny.
I do
think
too.
she is a really good mix of clearly smart, but also like witty and like can, like, what am I trying to like? She's quick witted. Like she's got a sense of humor, and she
Sure.
like actually she has sarcasm to her,
Yeah.
which is pretty great.
Yeah, we always say that sarcasm is a really important.
I mean, I think being a lawyer is really tough from the standpoint of there's very often that you have to fight a fight that is not quite where you personally align with it, but it's within the regulations and laws of what you have to fight for. So maybe not always are you okay with an athlete returning to play, but the athlete wants to return to play, and you're saying, okay, I'm going to just do whatever I need to do to try and mitigate the risk through maybe these regulations.
Yeah, it's having to put your personal agenda aside for the betterment of the athlete.
So I think the lawyerism in her.
Lawyerism.
Right? I mean, that's going to work.
I thought you said voyeurism for a second.
Oh, hey. I think she does a really good job of learning how to be a Hulk.
The training montage was kind of fun.
Like she just, hey, stop. I got this. What's next?
She does. Right? She does seem a little insecure to me at points. Like,
totally.
She doesn't want to totally go for it. She's just like, I don't know if I want to be the Hulk or if I want to be Jen. So there's like a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of self-doubt in that, which we probably all have, especially as young athletic trainers. We're not quite sure if we should go for it or not go for it, or do I put my foot in the ground and stick to my guns or not?
She has a little. She hasn't been there as the Hulk yet.
Correct.
Right? And the Hulk is trying to say, hey, listen, this has been my life for a long time. I am trying to guide you. Listen to me. And she's like, hey, old man, shut up. I got it already.
It's like,
tell me the next thing.
This, like,
I read the book already.
It's like the story of AT's social media.
Yeah.
The young ones call out the old ones, and the old ones are just saying, look, I know what's up.
Yep, I already know what's up.
This is AT Twitter all over.
Get out of here,
She-Hulk story.
Get out of here, old man.
Old crotchety
AT Twitter guy.
Old white guy.
Old freaking Hulk guy. I know how to do this already.
Well, let's talk about Bruce.
Bruce.
I mean, he's the professor. He's smart. He obviously...
He's pretty smart.
He's calculating.
He's actually
fan club.
The smartest Avenger, isn't he? Doesn't he dub the smartest Avenger? Or strongest Avenger?
Strongest.
He's strongest Avenger.
Who's smartest? According to him. No, actually,
Tony's
Thor.
Smartest?
No, Hulk is the strongest because Thor thinks he is, and
yes, Thor's just Point Break.
Yeah. Being a professor,
he is pretty darn smart. Kayla
brings up a good point. Ran away from his problems for a while, though.
He did.
But that's like summer vacation in the grand scheme of things.
But what was he running? Was he running away from the problem, or was he taking the biggest problem out of the equation so that it didn't affect anybody else?
Yeah, he stopped icing.
He mitigated his risk, right?
He knew he was the risk
because he knew that he was the risk. So is the smartest person in the room the person that takes themselves out of the dumb conversation, or the one that keeps having the dumb conversation and tries to win the argument?
So the thing is, not a lot of people are going up to him seeking
on another planet. Another universe.
Nobody's really going up to him being like, hey, I need you, though.
Sneaky. One of the funniest characters is the Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, for sure. Puny God.
Not my... or what is he? Thor. Oh God, what he doesn't say, not my friend or Thor's friend. What does he say? Something like that. Hilarious, the interactions between Thor and the Hulk. Oh. I think, what about just the fact that, do they both just get negativity from the standpoint of
they're both Hulks?
They smash shit?
But they cancel
smash stuff?
They cancel each other out.
Yeah.
There's a certain intimidation factor with being that strong.
What about being 6'7" as an athletic trainer?
I think honestly the
Hulk's like 7 feet.
The Hulk to the Hulk kind of just cancel each other out. Neither one of them is a better Hulk than the other Hulk. We've seen more like Bruce, so it's like Jen versus Bruce Banner.
Kinda, yeah.
And so you're getting into this: is a lawyer make a better athletic trainer, or does a scientist?
Right.
Banner had to have the really steady hand, putting like Vision together and Ultron and all that stuff. So the hand-eye coordination is going to be with Bruce.
He still does have that steady hand. Every once in a while, that CGI is so amazing that he can have that little tiny, huge ass hand, and he just touches something so nicely.
I mean, did you see him put the latex glove on?
Not yet.
No, I'm saying the gauntlet.
Oh, sure.
That would be his version of putting his hand in a surgical glove, and just. I'm gonna do that next time.
How about the fact that he created a device that kept him in human form? Like in the first episode, he created like a wrist thing. Do you think that has any application of like you could switch some settings in order to keep somebody from being a complete idiot as an athlete? Maybe kids don't have, maybe the athletes won't forget that they have treatment if they have their wrist thing on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tracking.
Maybe there's some kind of setting on a wrist keep you as a human form. I don't know, like keeps you healthier somehow. I don't know.
He's just wearing smart technology.
Smart tech. You should have just had a freaking iWatch, right?
Jen's biggest, to date, dilemma, controversy, whatever, is trying to figure out the right apparel.
That's true.
Like, does she really want to try and squeeze into khakis? Like, that's been her biggest complaint. Like, I need to find a costume.
Spandex. Yeah. Spandex is your best friend.
Can ATs go in spandex? That's a conversation we could have.
Maybe if
how much spandex could we? Well, could you just get away? Like, how unprofessional does that look? Just wearing some spandex.
Just spandex.
Can we have a national AT spandex day?
How many of our athletes are in just spandex? We're working on them.
A lot.
A lot of them.
So why can't we do it? Is that a conversation we need to have on Candid Athletic Training?
Kind of double standard here.
Should I put it up on social media? Is spandex? Is there a way I can put it?
Can we make spandex the new khakis?
Mm-hmm. Or spandex substantially worse than khaki? Is that what I should tweet?
Sure.
That's kind of like
I don't know.
Phrasing the question so it's going to come out no.
Yeah. And everybody hates khakis for the most part.
So,
you think khakis are ever going to come back? Like,
oh yeah.
Like athletic trainers are. So you know how like fanny packs are now like.
Khakis are.
Everybody uses a fanny pack now.
I was just watching Mr. Rogers before I came here. I'm heavy on the khakis in the 70s.
I mean,
70s and 80s. It'll be back.
Without, name branding and things like that.
I think
like
actually
Lululemon pants, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody goes now, right? Yeah. Some sort of stretchy fabric, khaki-looking, golf pant-looking, whatever pant.
Yeah, it's a step up.
Do you think the style will ever go back to the traditional khaki?
No.
You don't?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
Because this is better. A stretchy, moisture-wicking fabric versus khaki. I'm not talking about the color. I'm talking about the material.
I think, one of the worst things khakis have gone, like traditional traditional khaki, fabric, all of the above, the worst thing it has going for it, it doesn't last longer than other things.
Yeah, break it down.
Like Lululemon pants, those kind of pants actually last a long time unless you buy like really, really cheap versions of them. But they last longer than old khakis.
What's going to go first on the khaki? The crotchal or the cuff at the bottom?
Well,
you're going to fray.
So I was going to say, back in your heyday, the cool thing was that your pants actually covered part of your shoe, right? Mm-hmm. The back of your khaki actually would probably touch the ground as you were standing there, right? Wider leg, almost even sometimes bell bottom boot cuts.
This is straight up episode 2 right here,
dude. Now, if you don't have a tapered cut, like that bottom fray never happens anymore because it's never rubbing on the ground. So it's definitely going to be the crotch.
Crotchal.
That's definitely going.
So anyways.
You know what always went on me was like the
thigh,
like right where my inner hamstrings touched.
Yeah, 100% of the time.
Rub, moist, hot.
That's how all my underwear are.
Yep.
100% of my underwear rip there. Although I've been getting this like weird like ripping.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
Right here.
Live show. Oh, look at that.
That must be where I like hoist them up. This is where I must pull out, like my right front hip pocket is where I must pull up on the waistband, and like 4 pairs are ripped right there, like at the seam.
I think it's just where people are putting dollars. Everybody keeps pulling that open.
No one's putting no dollars
Insert
in there.
that dollar.
You know I can't tell this story.
You can't?
Yeah, I can. I will. The new Jeffrey Dahmer documentary came out, and it reminded me of a time once where I worked at a restaurant, and I went on one date with a girl. I don't even know if it was a date. We worked together, and we went out to lunch, and she told me she thought I was really hot because I looked like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
Because I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Which one? I don't friggin' think I look like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Number one, she
said, I think you're really hot because you look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Incredible. I've never been more...
That might be the biggest red flag that has ever existed on a first date.
We never went out again.
That is... I was really hoping you said on the second date.
No, there was no anything. We were coworkers.
Oh, super close, Ed. All of that kind of stuff happened very close to our region, especially where Chad lives and where I used to live.
How close? I mean, yeah, like...
within
a couple miles?
Ed just asked how close do we live to like where all the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff happened.
I don't know exactly where he lived.
Let's put it this way. There's pretty close. You can go on a Jeffrey Dahmer tour that starts pretty close to your house. Not in the same neighborhood, but within miles.
Where?
He lived...
Did he live downtown?
Okay, there's...
give me some street addresses.
No, that I don't know. I think it was he did most of his damage west of UWM, west of Humboldt,
the college that I used to work
north
at.
of Locust. He did most of his damage in that area.
Oh, Ashley thought West Allis.
No,
we'll look into that.
I'll have to watch the documentary because I mean, when you grow up here...
Oh, that's a great suggestion, Kayla. Let's write that down. Red flags of dating ATs.
There you go. Before I forget.
Yeah. Are you saying red flags of dating somebody who is also an athletic trainer? Or just red flags in general?
I think
we'll get
both.
Specific, yeah.
Both.
So Jeffrey Dahmer, close.
Yeah, he did all of his damage in the Milwaukee area, and it's not a very big city, but you can take a tour, and it is not far from us.
We're so off topic.
What were we talking about? She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, and then it got to khaki to Jeffrey Dahmer somehow. I mean, follow the breadcrumbs.
All right, so
social media was 54 to 46 in favor of She-Hulk. I'm gonna kind of disagree. I'm going to go with Bruce Banner and the hand dexterity for the win because I think the Hulk just cancels each other out. Oh, gosh. I think he's smart. She would probably be better at evals and like getting information because she's got the lawyer, but I want the technical hands-on skills, which I think I'm going to give to Bruce.
All right. And I'm going to go with She-Hulk.
Okay, you're going to go with Jen.
Now, only 3 episodes in, so take that into account.
You're not missing anything. Right. There's 2.
Well, just from her personality standpoint, I feel like she, as the lawyer, and just her personality, commands a room a little bit better. Has the athletic trainer in her that is, people want to be there. People want to be in the athletic training room getting treatment. They want to have a little more fun. Sure. I think Bruce is just a little stale.
Intimidating.
For the young athletes.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I
fair.
dig that. I think if people don't, if the personality doesn't draw people in, sometimes people miss out.
You know what? You swayed me.
Athletes miss out.
You swayed me. I agree. I think that's a solid trait. So I'll concur.
Even though it's even though it's the same, what would it be like to be 7 feet tall as an athletic trainer?
God, it would be kind of cool.
Would it? Or do you think like bending over
just think how easy being a Hulk and like lifting a full 10-gallon would be. It'd be like nothing.
Do you think it'd be easy to
it'd be like drinking, or it'd be like lifting this?
I agree, but like what about like the minor tasks? You know, like working on a blister, taping somebody's ankle, taping a finger.
Super delicate, yeah.
Even working on somebody on a table, do you think it helps to be 7 feet tall, or now you bending over too much? And then you're like, my back.
Well, I think if you were a normal 7-footer, your back is going to get wrenched. But I think as in a Hulk, you're just...
Sure.
But I think she's taller than him.
They don't get wrenched.
Is he 7 feet?
No, he's taller. Yeah.
Really?
Because they're very specific in one of the episodes. The description is... What was it, Jennifer?
Jen Walters.
Has to balance being a 6'7" Hulk as a lawyer or something. And I'm like, why were they so specific about her height?
Yeah. Interesting.
And so I was waiting the whole time for them to make a joke or something about being 6'7", and then they never did. I was hoping she would like shoot a basketball and people would be like, hey, maybe you should think about a different career.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I got.
Okay. Let's go with our friend or foe.
Okay.
Kevin, how do you feel about the knobs? Having knobs.
I hate knobs.
On your foam roller.
Knobs. On my foam roller?
Do you have any foam rollers around here?
No, not in here. Well,
in a box, maybe?
A box. I don't know. Can you find a box anywhere?
Friend or foe? The foam rollers with specifically the knobs. Do they do anything for you?
Friend or foe, the knob on my foam roller? Nope. Foe.
Is there a reason, or are you just going with foe?
My understanding of soft tissue.
Soft tissue.
And rolling out soft tissue with a foam roll. I can create the pressure into a certain spot by moving my body over the foam roll.
It's for sure one of my biggest pet peeves. It's my
relying on a knob to get to one spot. So therefore, if I have knobs on my foam roller, when I just want to manipulate soft tissue in a general fashion and not hit one single spot, those knobby foam rollers, nobody uses. I don't want to use one. I don't want to use one all over my back, especially when it like digs into your spine or something like that. I would much rather just use the traditional flat, now I will say fresh, maybe newer out of the box, like black or whatever color your team is, foam roll.
I'm going to go faux.
Faux.
As well.
I think they like.
Just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Ed says, friend, his athlete thinks it does the same as giving me... Hold on, I'll start over.
I got it.
Ed says, friend, my athletes think it does the same as me giving a massage, and therefore do not ask for massage and save my hands.
Oof. That's a great point, though, Ed.
But are they saying that a regular foam roller doesn't feel like a massage?
No. It's just that was Ed's easy button. I don't have to explain anything. Here's a pointy foam roll. I don't have to work on you with my hands now. And they're doing it, right? Maybe they wouldn't do it if it didn't have knobs on it. I had athletes many times that were like, if it didn't destroy them, they wouldn't do it.
I feel like if you're going to go with a knob, just go with the vibrating foam roller. That's going to feel like more like a massage than a knob. Don't you think?
Yeah.
A vibrator?
Ooh.
A vibrating foam roller?
What about a vibrator with some knobs? I've seen one or two of those. What about...
Kayla, you naughty girl.
Now, I do like the foam rolls that have, like, we'll just say contours every once in a while. Mm-hmm. I have one in my clinic right now that works really well. It's got the indent in the middle. So now you can roll along your spine or get along bony landmarks and not, like, hit them, but get right to the sides of them. And then every once in a while, just a little bit of contour that is stiff will get better angles into stuff. But knobs, no.
So social media, they had 60-40 split in terms of friend.
Yeah, like a peanut. Exactly, Kayla. Peanuts. Peanuts.
I just
nuts.
I just taped two tennis balls together.
Sure you do. And you do that every year, and then you're an athletic trainer. You're like, oh, I saved money.
Yeah.
Well, they make those foam rolls that'll last forever. Then you don't ever have to do it again.
How much is this said foam roller?
$25.
Oh my God, no chance I'm buying that.
How much did two tennis
balls
cost?
Oh,
how much did two tennis balls cost? You get a can of how many?
You get them for free from your tennis team.
No, you're paying for that somehow. You live in the area, you're paying for it somehow.
In fact, we haven't talked about this because I was going to talk about it. I was going to put it on our topic thing, but I think we should have a fun feature topic where we both are given a budget.
Okay.
And we have to like come up with what would we like for $50. What would we buy?
For $50.
Or 100, you know, like we'll save that for another show.
No, I think $50 is probably pretty good.
Like, what would you get for $50 to like complete your ATR or whatever? You know, put in your kit or whatever.
Sure.
We build it out for X amount of dollars, and we'll make that a feature topic one day.
I like it.
I thought it'd be fun. Okay, so Kevin says foe. I say foe. The masses say friend. So
they do. And maybe the masses
and it was pretty
are
close,
thinking
60-40.
Like, well, maybe it's less work for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking from a standpoint of get them out of here.
There's so many different foam rollers now. It's incredible.
Again, who invented the foam roller? And are they making money off of knobby foam rollers?
I'm going to look it up while we go to the next. Actually, I'll save it for the next. What
Do you
year
remember
was it
when
invented?
Well, we had that, didn't we? That was on the last year.
Did I say foam roller? No, I didn't.
Positive, didn't you?
No.
Look back. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did. Okay, you're right. 1987, Sean Gallagher.
Yeah.
Wow. Foam roller, 1987. It says 13, 22, 35 years ago.
Let's see here. Elon Musk. The Amazon guy.
Sean Gallagher.
Maybe Sean Gallagher?
I'm Sean Gallagher.
Who's Jeff Bezos? Why couldn't I think of Amazon guy?
Yeah,
right.
Amazon guy.
What's next?
We are going to FMK interruptions in your day.
What kind of interruptions?
So if I give you 3 times that you might be interrupted. Wait, what? I see what you did there. I like it.
I'm trying.
So if you're on the live stream, let us know how you would do this. If you're listening at home, you can play along and argue with us.
This is our actual FMK.
Yeah, this is our actual FMK. Would you rather be interrupted doing an evaluation? Would you rather be interrupted doing a treatment, or would you rather be interrupted doing paperwork? Because everyone thought we were going to say rehab, but nobody. You can leave the rehab room at any point. You're not even counting. Don't worry about it.
You interrupt yourself during rehab.
If I go into the rehab room, it's probably to eat. I'll be watching somebody while I'm eating some food.
No.
So, F, marry, kill. Doing an evaluation, doing a treatment, and doing your paperwork. Or administrative duties. Getting interrupted doing your administrative duties.
I feel like the slam dunk for kill is like the eval, right? You hate losing your place while you're doing an eval.
I'm the complete opposite. I welcome, like, let me step away for a second, process what I've known so far, think what should my next question be, or when I go back, where should I be at? So I gonna argue the opposite way. Really? I like sometimes when I'm having an issue with an athlete, I'll go home and I'll think about it at home, and all of a sudden it'll come to me because I'm stepped back away, got a little perspective, and then went back to it. That's what happens to me during an eval.
So that's not really an interruption, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is, sometimes I welcome just hey, I just need to step away for 5 seconds. I'm going to refocus.
You're deep in an evaluation.
Deep.
You're trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with this hip. And right in the middle of your special tests, your coach comes in and says, Chad, I need to talk to you. Right now? Yeah, right now. Like, man, and then come back to that eval. By that time, it's like, I don't know. Right now, I'm killing the eval.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I'm just looking at the comments in the live stream so far. Kento said he hates being interrupted while I'm evaluating, which is what you're saying. I'll forget everything he says. Kayla says, marry the paperwork, F the treatment, kill eval in the ATR. Ashley says, marry the paperwork. She probably needs the break anyways. Kill the eval, F the treatments. Kayla says she's got a train of thought and she's got to roll with it, so she doesn't want her concentration broken.
All right, I am going to kill treatment, actually.
That's what I'm doing. 100% of the time, I would kill treatment, because if I'm doing the massage, I got lotion all over, and you're going to interrupt me. Now I got to stop, wipe my hands, clean it up, tell the athlete I'll be back. Now I kind of feel like I shortchanged them, and so when I come back, I got to give them a little extra because I felt like I cut them short the first half. Was this halftime of a treatment?
Now, so I'm going to kill treatment.
I agree. 100% agree.
No matter what, there's not a win. Nobody wins in that scenario.
No.
Everybody loses, so I got to kill it. Even if you're not, I don't care if you're doing an ultrasound. I don't care if you're doing stretches. Like, there's a buildup of a treatment, right?
Hold on, you killed 2 things so far.
I know. I'm changing.
Okay, good.
Change it. I'm going to, kill treatment. I'm going to F the eval, because I do think that I would be just fine every once in a while I'm doing an eval. If I get distracted, I get something pulls me away from that eval. Then when I come back, there's one chance that maybe, hey, I'm going to see it differently all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, an eval, even though a traditional eval is a checklist, right? It's a hit everything to rule everything out so that you can narrow and narrow and narrow and narrow what you think it is. Now, the way I do an eval is more like a treatment. Sure. And so, therefore, it's tough to differentiate, but I'm going traditional here.
Yeah.
Going traditional. Now, that means I'm marrying paperwork. I think if I got interrupted while doing paperwork,
you're never going back. You're never going back.
This is why I'm marrying. If I'm going back, I'm gonna get back to my computer and I'm gonna be like, the end, and then just whatever, done. Like I'm done thinking about it, and
that's how you wrote your vows.
Exactly. And so
took a break. The end.
And so kind of almost is. I would almost welcome the distraction so that I stop thinking too hard about my paperwork and just finish it. Right?
So I'll kill the eval too or not the eval, sorry. I'll kill the treatment. I said I already agree with you on that. I'm going to flip it. I'll marry the eval. I probably need to step away, take a break, come back, just refocus, and not get too locked in on one thing. I think we talked about that when we talked about mental health stuff, not like trying to cram one thing down. It doesn't have to be just one thing. Let's just stop and think about it in terms of big picture. And I'll F with the paperwork or the administrative duties because I don't know, for some reason I could put off administrative or paperwork for an weirdly long amount of time and still remember. Like, I remember not doing paperwork for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then just like sitting down one day and be like, all right, I got to do like treatments for the last month.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty sure I got like 98% accuracy score on like going back a month on like, hey, this is what I did this day. Like,
yeah.
And one of my coworkers would be like, how do you remember that? I'm like, I don't know. I just do. It's just sometimes weird things stick with me. I'm like, I kind of remember when I just don't know. I don't know.
That's why I had my book.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind having to take a break and come back to it.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
But there's no real benefit to it other than it just takes a longer time. Maybe that's what I need when I'm effing. Just take a break. Take a
break.
Take a halftime break. Make it last a little longer. Let's go.
Full time out.
Full.
No 20s in here. Full time out.
Can somebody bring me a water bottle? I won't throw it on the floor either.
I need a snack. Gatorade.
Carbohydrates. Do we have any other fun conversations like in the live stream in terms of like any comments that make sense or may sway arguments here?
Well, it looks like Ashley Lambert interrupts herself when she's doing evals. She said, even on a good day, I feel like I ask the same question like 5 times when I'm doing an eval. So, I mean, I don't know. Are you going to marry yourself? Are you going to F yourself? Or are you going to kill yourself?
Interrogating them. You're just trying to see if they will like commit to the crime. Or if they give you a different story like, no, that's not what you said.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I think that's what we got.
Okay.
Little topic of the week?
Yeah, let's do our feature. So we're just gonna have some fun with this one tonight.
Yeah, you had a fun little Twitter post.
So I had this like little cut on my finger here.
You always have a little cut on your finger.
Yeah, dry skin will do that to you. You need more lotion. And I sanitized my hands so much at work and just kept getting in this like little cut and it kept burning. I was like, this sucks. So I just wanted to
think about not sanitizing.
No, I can't do that. The problem was I kept like blowing my nose so much over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the allergies, now that the weather turned.
Yeah.
Into the best season of the year.
So comfy.
It's gone. It's great. My allergies went away, but like the last 3 weeks have been brutal.
And they have been. Like, meaning allergy season has been brutal.
Yeah. So I had to sanitize my hands so much because I kept blowing my nose. And my coworker was like, Jesus, again? So we put it on social media. So what are the hazards of being an athletic trainer? And so we're just going to have some fun and read some of these. There were some really good ones. You guys came strong on the social media, Candid_ATC. Well, as I'm scrolling, remember last week we were talking tweezers and what that little thing is?
Yeah.
In the middle? It's called an alignment pin.
An alignment pin.
It's so like if you're doing precision stuff, if you push too hard, like the tweezers don't like rotate or twist. It keeps the tweezer in alignment.
It keeps it in alignment.
Which I can't imagine how it does, but
it also keeps a permanent indent in your fingertip.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, ow.
Also, we asked people if they kept mustard packets in your kit. 72% said no.
No.
But that means
28%
or more than 1 out of every 4 keep mustard in your kit, in their kit. Think about that. 1 out of every 4 ATs you come across in your world, in your life, 1 out of every 4 has mustard in their kit.
1 out of every 4 has mustard in their kit. Well, so now you know.
Just bring ketchup, and you got a matching set.
You got a hot dog? You're at a ball game.
What else do you put mustard on?
I don't put a mustard on anything. Other than like I'll do like a brown mustard or like a Grey Poupon.
On
like a
turkey sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like I was thinking any kind of like, deli meat sandwich.
Is it a hot take to say I prefer that to a mayonnaise?
No, I think if you prefer mayonnaise, I'm judging you right now. But I do not like yellow mustard. Yuck. Yuck. I know. I'm a picky eater. Everybody get on me. Fine. Get on me.
Get on me. My coworker today just said, put Alfredo sauce on your chicken and rice.
That makes sense. Chicken Alfredo?
I just haven't done it a lot.
Love chicken Alfredo.
I don't know if I could do it.
It's because,
I like ranch. I just like ranch too much.
You do like ranch.
What, if you choose Alfredo over ranch?
In that scenario, yes.
No way.
Definitely.
You have Alfredo tacos? Alfredo burritos? Would you have an Alfredo burrito?
I don't know them. Yes.
Because that's chicken and rice.
I would definitely have an Alfredo burrito.
Damn it, I want you to record it.
That would be really good.
Alfredo burrito.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Probably not.
Did we just come up with something new?
Yes.
Did we just become best friends?
Yes.
Alfredo burrito. All right, I'm putting that on social media. Alfredo burrito. Would you eat it? Alfredo? God dang it. This is so much fun.
We're going to have a Candid Athletic Training food truck soon. And it's just going to be Chad making grilled chicken on his George Foreman and rice.
I'm so basic. I'm a basic.
That's all you used to make. It amazed me. Like, what's Chad eating tonight? Rice and chicken. Dang gluten. Alfredo on my chicken and rice. It's a good one. I like it.
Alfredo burrito. Would you eat it? We're going to see.
Alfredo tacos.
Kento said only if it's with a flour tortilla. All right, hazards.
That might be true.
Here, I also.
Yeah, give it to me.
So I'm just scrolling our social media.
Yeah.
What's a better movie franchise?
Oh.
Cars or Fast and Furious?
Oh. God.
Because last week we did Lightning McQueen.
That pulls
and then we started
at my heartstrings.
We started watching Cars at home with Bennett again. We went through it, and he's hardcore about Mater right now.
Oh my God.
So Cars or Fast and Furious? What it just came to me. I'm like, this is a really tough one.
Mater. Tomater. Without the t. Oh my. Better franchise?
What's a better movie franchise?
Oh. Okay, a better franchise is Fast and Furious. But if you had to pick one movie, it's Cars, original. Franchise, Fast and Furious.
I don't know. They had some duds.
Yeah. Well,
out of the 10 movies, how many are legitimately, would you say, good?
I don't know.
5?
4 or
6?
5? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Half.
Yeah. And that's exactly where my brain went. Of the 3 car movies,
I would say at least 2 of them are good.
Yeah.
I think 1 and 3 were pretty good.
I think it's just 1. I think it's just 1. I think 2.
I didn't get
2 and 3
I
are
kind of
duds.
only caught parts of 2.
2 and 3 are duds.
Oh, see, I thought 3 was fine.
They're whatever. They're, Disney animated movies that they're trying to hold on to a franchise. But 1's the only one. Original Cars is the only one that really holds a light.
Okay.
So I'm going 33% versus 50%.
All right.
Franchise. What one?
Cars, 61-39.
People are just a bit afraid to vote for the non-Disney.
Maybe.
Makes them.
I mean, it's 156
makes
votes.
Them look like
it's
a bad
not.
person.
It's not like just like 6-4.
Sure.
All right. Hand sanitizer and a small cut on your hands. What other work hazards do ATs have to deal with? You want me to just read them, or how you want to do this?
Go down the list.
Lauren Hoyt said, snapping therabands. That's a good one. Jordan Blair, indigestion from eating as quickly as humanly possible between patients.
That's a really good one.
Scarfing.
I mean, indigestion because you have to eat so fast because you have to take care of everybody else.
Hannah Chun said choking on tough skin.
Yeah, there was a lot of choking on the tough skins.
Stephanie Graycheck said athletes flying towards you out of bounds. There was a lot of getting hit on the sideline.
But you even, okay, so you specifically said, what other I guess work hazards.
It's a hazard, yeah.
Yeah.
Cardboard burned from tape or flexi wrap. Forrest Sutherland said that. Kento just said that.
Specifically for myself, the flexi wrap one. Specifically. Because it's like, it's right at the edge. I mean, I don't have small hands, but I don't have big hands. Like, it's right at the edge that, like, if you really want to start rolling, it's right in the crease for me.
All right, how about this one? Andrea Kowalski.
Yes, I like this one.
Re-racking a 10-gallon cooler that you've just cleaned and rinsed on an overhead shelf and getting showered with the last of the water you forgot to dump out. Ask me why this is such a specific example.
And then I love the conversation that happened afterwards. Like, well, you could just like wipe it down. I could just wipe it down more, but it's like no matter what
then
you
do,
soak it. But even like no matter what you do, you wipe it down, and then it's like
there's a conversation there.
There's still a drop of water in there that gets
coolers drip dry or towel dry.
Why do they have to be so high? Can we put the rack for the Gatorade coolers a little lower? Not everybody is 6'7" like She-Hulk.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not. I'm closer to the 5'7" range, maybe exactly.
Ed said, Vaseline skin lube stains on clothes, getting cut on the arm by a patient toenail.
Vaseline stains. No, that's a big one. It's not a hazard.
Huge hazard.
But that is like, okay, so, and maybe you don't do this, but when you have a kid.
Kento, that's a good one.
When you have a kid and you have to do the butt paste, you have to do Vaseline, you got to do whatever, right?
Yeah.
You got to, get out. And then you grab the other diaper and you're like, I got all this crap on my finger. What do? You can, you try to like rub it off on like the other diaper and like you try to rub it off on the wipe, but then there's just a little bit left. And you're like, well, the last thing I want to do is get that Vaseline on where it needs to Velcro or stick. And then so I just go whoosh, and I swipe it on my pants.
Yeah.
My wife keeps yelling at me, stop staining your pants with butt paste.
Well, luckily for Bennett's like dirty laundry was like close enough where I would just wipe it on old like stuff that's going in the laundry anyway. So
I'm gonna start trying to do that.
Getting cut in the arm by patient's toenail while taping ankles.
That's disgusting.
PIP dislocation from old tape roll that decided to stick like cement with half a roll left. So cranking on the. Kento just said on the live stream, taking the stim pads off, taking the stim pads before you turn them off and get shocked.
All right, Kento, we're gonna have a little talk.
Stim.
we're gonna have a little talk, Kento. Turn the machine off. Make sure it's off before you start doing that stuff. Susan
said, waking up sore for an entire week because you're doing return to work for a rod buster. So sports specific is erecting millions of pounds of reinforced steel.
What?
She must have been lifting heavy shit at work. Because she must be in an industrial setting.
Yeah. Talk about a hazard. Being in an industrial setting.
Ashley said the occasional burn when you have to try and reach in and grab the tongs that your athletes dropped into the hydrock.
This one
Feel
speaks
that.
to me.
Feel that.
That speaks to me.
Or like when you're trying to do like a custom orthoplast and you
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I used to be the guy that's like, no. Like I can grab the corner of the hydrock pad, like right. Like the
That's
hot
me
pad,
100%
right?
of the time.
I don't
yeah.
need the tongs. I don't need the tongs. My fingers are fine. And then you get to that Hydrock that's like ultra hot.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine.
The flip side of that is frostbite from digging the scoop out of the ice machine.
It's true. It's very, very true. How long can you dig your hand in ice and just keep getting that burn going?
Chatwin AT said, almost finishing rolling up a double 6-inch ace and then dropping it, watching it roll away, unraveling.
That's
that's
a mental hazard.
It's a mental, yeah. And then microplastic BPA, something terrible inhalation from sucking the air out of the ice bags.
That's a solid point.
Bending over to clean the cold tub and inhaling pure disinfectant or Gatorade powder.
Yeah.
The Gatorade powder is like a real thing.
What's worse, Gatorade powder on the lungs or disinfectant on the lungs?
It's got to be disinfectant.
It probably is. But it is like you're in a tube. You're just in a tub of you can't smell anything but that.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
I can't smell it either way.
The other small hazard there is, have you ever been able to
crease?
Have you ever been able to wipe out a metal classic cold tub, hot tub without, number one, either getting your shirt wet still or getting like disinfectant on your shirt or
the condensation on the outside of the tub.
Condensation on the outside of the tub or like it's just like digging in. You're getting all the way to the bottom. Again, not a super tall guy, not long arms. Oh my God, leaning in there. Oh, Jesus.
Ben Wimmer said the petri dish of germs that is secondary school or middle school, and then Ed said college is not much better.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Caitlin Place said super sticky hands from tough skin overspray or breaking out in rashes because you're in the tough skin line of fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my God.
Tyler Harvey said, I've rolled my ankle while setting up for a football game before. And Caitlin said she definitely injured her meniscus a few years ago tripping over her own med kit.
And then immediately somebody comes up to you and says they need something. Yeah. You're like...
Jenny Meyer said tripping over shoes, sandals of the patient next to the table while doing treatment. Do you make them take your... I mean, that's really interesting. Where should they put their shoes?
Where?
If you have to have them take them off.
Yeah.
Get them way underneath there.
If they were just shoes, yeah, get them underneath.
Snagged polo from spatting cleats. Hitting the seam in the sidewalk while pushing a full 10-gallon jug on the cart. Having the cart topple and drill you in the tibia while you dent your new cooler and spill water everywhere. Turf, beads everywhere. Thank you, SHSA SHS Athletic Training. Very specific.
Hitting the lip in
the tibia.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ingesting floor cleaner, Lindsay says. Nate said cardboard cuts. Demonstrating closed kinetic chain shoulder rehab and hurting your shoulder. Kevin Joyce says random sporting implements flying at us. Cuts from core athletic tape is a big one. I stabbed myself with the hook that comes with the O-ring replacements for the Game Ready.
Oh,
that's intense.
Hey, note to self: don't use Game Readies. What about, like, have you ever gotten a cramp, like, while you're, like, stretching somebody, like, on a table or something? Oh, my God. Like, most of my athletes, most of my career have been larger than me.
Yeah, so you got to really hunker down.
So every once in a while, I'm, like, straining to do something to get, like, the right angle, and every once in a while, it's like, I'm getting like a cramp in my like lat or something,
For
right?
sure.
Oh, my God.
How about this one? Zach said the amount of times he cut his knuckles on cooler handles and ice cubes.
Yeah.
Sometimes those edges
ice cubes,
are... Yeah.
Cooler handles for sure. We've talked about it. Why is there a razor inside the handle of a Gatorade cooler?
We'll have to ask
What are we
them.
doing, Gatorade?
Well, we'll find out. We're working with them.
We are. Soon. I came up with one.
Okay.
Right? You're working on humans. You want to have short nails, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then everything you do that day seems to be that
embedded.
You have to use your nail to get somewhere, and then now I don't know what would you call it, like
what color that is?
No, like when you have a short nail, or like when something does embed underneath your nail. What kind of injury is that? Like, what is that? Like, say you want to open a can, and you don't have a nail anymore, and you are like, I'm just gonna take the pain.
The fingertip.
Yeah,
a fingertip.
But like underneath the nail.
Yeah, I still consider that just part of the fingertip.
Sure, but like what? Like,
just the tip.
If you're gonna classify that on an EMR, what is that? A nail
finger?
A nail injury, or is it a finger injury? But I
is nail on the EMR?
Oh, I'm sure.
I would just put it as finger contusion. Well, I just remember cut. Like how many times like after you're doing like massages, then you have the residue around your fingernails.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus, skin tone just changed.
And even just like even just finding the end of a tape roll, right? And then if you don't have that nail and you start digging underneath that nail, and now that spot just is 24 hours of hell on that spot. For sure.
For sure. How about this one? Eric Rogers said cutting elasticon for ankle tape support and cutting the webbing in between your fingers.
No, thank you. That's like some saw shit right there. Yeah. That's like, that's torture. That's a torture, right? Put like digging under people's nails. That might even be worse for me.
Yeah, that'd be the worst one.
Oh.
Matt Schur said coffee spills or burns.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
How about this one? WC Athletic Trainer said Tiger Balm somehow getting on your face even after you wore gloves. The analgesic balms.
The analgesic balms always getting you.
Accidentally inhaling ice pellets when making an ice bag.
How many times did you not go to the bathroom because you're like, I'm not risking it? Because you might have had analgesic balm on your hands.
I just go for it.
I'm in for the ride.
What worst case scenario? Turf pebbles everywhere.
Everywhere.
How about this one? Not being able to find the end of the tape roll and thinking you're crazy. Another mental dilemma.
That is a mental one.
So really fun. Did you have any others? I know you had a couple.
Yeah, mine was the finger.
The finger one is a good one
for sure. Specifically the plastic wrap, and then
finger cuts.
Oh, I did have one more. When you have to tape an athlete that's in game, right? Or like say they baseball player slides into second, tears apart their shin, like right, but you got to wrap something on them. But you need their foot elevated or whatever, and then their foot is on your thigh or like at your chest, and you just have to wear the fact that they have metal cleats digging into your body.
That's a good one. I had that one. Usually in the chest. I would just go in the chest, and I'd have like a little dirty patch on my polo.
Yes.
Yeah, you just have to do it.
I used to like try and fold a towel and like get it up against me so that I could have a cushion. Oh, but I was just thinking of like people spatting and stuff.
Again, that's one of those things why I don't understand why we wear semi-nice clothes. Why don't we just go for comfort? So
just look dirty.
Some really good ones, guys.
Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead, hit that thing.
Hitting it.
I want to just look up our poll that we put up 15 minutes ago.
Nice.
Alfredo burrito, would you eat it? 56% right now said no.
Oh.
44% said yes. That's way closer than I thought.
As soon as I vote,
there's not many votes. It's only been 15 minutes.
So. I'll be the swing vote.
Yeah, so really fun episode. Thanks to everyone who participated on that social media.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thank you to Healthy Roster. Thanks to Smart Tools. Thanks to Human Kinetics. We've got a lot more sponsors coming up here, so
just remember that
fun things coming up.
A lot of fun things when you're a member. We've done this live show as the membership side, and it's been really fun. We want to drive more membership. We want to give people more things, so we're going to continue to have this live membership. Remember that when you get a membership, you're going to get access to more CEUs. You're going to get access to more of us and other capacities, not just what we do each week on this live broadcast. So pay attention for that. We are going to draw a new name for the winner of the next Human Kinetics CEU
right after this
4-credit course. We will send out the winner tomorrow.
Which means if you get yourself a membership, you have 10 chances left because 2 down, 10 to go.
Boom, boom, boom. It is now September 28th. So we're going to announce that September 29th for you people that aren't listening to it tonight. So just know that it's pretty much every week that we're going to try to give away 4 CEUs. So get yourself a membership so you are allowed to get those 4 CEUs for a very, very, very low cost of hanging with the Candid guys. So thanks to everybody. Candid_ATC, CandidAthleticTraining.com, Candid Athletic Training Gmail. Love you. Bye.